So for my birthday this past year, I got the most amazing present I have ever gotten in my entire life, and I'm not even exaggerating. This has been just the best box of stuff I have ever opened. Ever. Everything was so on point, as the kids would say. Everything was so very me, and it's amazing that someone can know you that well. It's really incredible. But the highlight of the box, if you guys follow my Instagram, you probably saw this on my stories. If not, boom, new surprise for you. So Halloween Homemaker, my Halloween bestie, sent me this amazing box filled with Halloween goodies. Unbelievable. And in the box was a blanket. Now, I love blankets. I'm the friend who's always cold. You know how everybody has that friend who's just always freaking cold? It's me. So if you don't have one, now you do. It's me. So I love having an obscene amount of blankets. Even better if they happen to be a little spooky. So I'm going to show you this blanket. I'm going to hold it up, and then I will insert a footage of the whole thing, because I probably can't show you the whole thing here. But I want you to mentally prepare yourself. Are you prepared? I'm not going to do it upside down. Are you prepared? Now I want you to sit there, take a minute, take a breath, and get ready, because you're about to lose your goddamn mind. Okay? Okay? Look at this. It's a haunted house. Haunted house with, yes, don't text me, I'm not here. With a witch. Keep it going. Can you believe this? This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen with my eyes. It is this beautiful haunted house with a witch and ghosts and cats and pumpkins, and it embodies the things I love about Halloween, and not just the stuff that's on it, but it's the old school, it's the kind of look that I grew up with. It's the nostalgic Halloween vibes. It's Kitty Halloween, which is just at the very core of my being is a passion and just Kitty Halloween straight up. And a little story time, not necessarily about this blanket, but one of the reasons it just immediately was so special to me. When I was a kid, back in the olden times, our public library, which was like my church, it was the most amazing, peaceful, inspiring place you could go. It was this tiny, I lived in a really small town. It was tiny. It was a county library. They didn't even have enough money to have a town library. It was just part of the surrounding areas. It was tiny. It was dark. It was cold. It was just the best place ever. And they would sell, they had the little cart by the front door where they would sell old books or donations or just stuff they had gotten in. So I've always been the person you see before you, just slightly smaller. And one time we went in there and they had a haunted house coloring book, and my mom snapped that up for me so fast. And this is what that reminds me of. It looks like that haunted house on that coloring book. I loved that coloring book. It had so many little spooky designs in it, and it wasn't already colored, like, you know, when you get used coloring books, it wasn't already colored. It felt like I was supposed to live inside that coloring book. It was like, oh, it was like a little Halloween town inside there. Like, this was my house, and all the skeletons and witches, and they were all my neighbors and my friends, and I don't know. It's a little kid thing, but it just felt like, it felt right. Like that was my place, and I loved that coloring book. I eventually colored all of it, and once you do that, you're done. But immediately when I saw this blanket, it brought me back to that coloring book, and it brought me back to that point and just that feeling of rightness, where it's just, this is how it's supposed to be. This is my spooky life. I made it to the Halloween dimension somehow, and I live in my haunted house with my skeleton neighbors. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense, but it just felt right. And so I've got this amazing snuggly blanket now that I will always treasure, because it's amazing, and it brings back those memories for me. And I mean, Hazel had no idea how perfect this was, but it's amazing. And so I am so very grateful to her. I'm so grateful that this blanket found its way into my life. So I thought I would share that on our spooky show and tell today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Is there any particular item that you have that's really special to you? Any special Halloween decoration that just really means a lot to you? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know your stories. If you would like to, you can always subscribe and get a little notification every time a new Spook-A-Rama video is posted. I'd love to have you join our little merry band of trick-or-treaters. And if you would like, you can always follow me on Instagram at Cromwellwitch, easy to remember because it's the same name here, where I post pictures of like pumpkins and cemeteries and lots of Diet Coke. Because those are the 3 things that make up my personality. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next week, happy trick-or-treating.